Okay. I will start the video.
Thank you.
Mattingly, it's outside of court in New York.
All right.
Former personal assistant at the White House, Madeline Westerhout.
Great. So I might just have everybody mute while we do class. Perfect. Okay. Good to go. Hello. Hopefully there's a few others that'll join us in a bit, but for now we will get started. It's Julie from Ocean Rehab and Fitness. Today my class has a little bit of a theme. So my theme today is single versus dual moves. So one arm versus two arm moves. We'll be doing that kind of throughout class and touching on it a few different ways. For class today, all you'll need is a set of hand weights. So if you have a set of 2 hand weights, that would be perfect. If you don't have weights and maybe you have a couple of water bottles or soup cans or something else, that would also work. We won't be using them for a little while here. And then if you have neither of those 2 things, or perhaps you have an injury today and you'd like to just move through range of motion, there's no need to use the weights necessarily in order to get some benefits from class today. And of course, have your water bottle handy. I'll be cueing a few water breaks throughout. Take a drink whenever you need one. All right, so we are going to start in a comfortable seat. So back in our chair. I always give you the option of eyes closed at the beginning. So we'll take just a moment, maybe with eyes closed. If you're more comfortable keeping your eyes open, that is fine with me. Just to focus on your breathing. Just generally, we're not going to focus on any one part of our body yet, other than just a nice even breath in and out. So big breath in and an equally big breath out. We'll do a few like that. Great. So one more big breath in and out, just focus on the breathing. And then of course you'll keep with your nice even breaths. We're going to start doing some kind of side-by-side comparisons. So for now, right shoulder will come up by your right ear, and then shoulder blade will pull that shoulder down. So this is both a shoulder move and a shoulder blade move. Just one side comes up, releases down. Comes up, releases down, and one more. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Good. So shoulder up by your ear, shoulder blade tracks down your back. Last one here. Great. We're going to do both together. Shoulders up, shoulders down. Good. 2 more. And 1. All right, let's do that as a bit of a rear shoulder roll now. If you are able to move forward on your chair without the support of your chair back comfortably, you can go ahead and do that now. If you need that support, that is just fine. So we're moving in a shoulder circle. Great, that's one side. And then we'll do the other. Good, last one there, and then both together, rear shoulder circle, starting to add in a little bit more arm movement as we go here. Good, we'll do 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We'll pause for a moment to do a little bit more neck warm up. So you'll drop your ear to one shoulder, back to center, ear to the other shoulder. If there's one side that feels like it needs a little extra attention, you can certainly stay there for an extra moment. Just getting some movement through the neck. Last one each way here. And then as you come back to center, you'll drop your chin to your chest, look forward and look up towards the ceiling. We'll move through that sequence a few times. Good, we'll do that one more time. Down to your chest, back to center, up towards the ceiling and to center. Great, and the last one in this focus of our neck warm up is to look side to side. So shoulder check. We'll do a few more here. Last one each way. All right, let's get going with some more arm movement. So we're going to do the same thing. Actually, I'm going to take my arms down again just to lap level just for a moment here. We'll do a single arm forward reach. So one hand can be on your lap for support. Right hand can press forward. So push and pull. And you may add in a bit of a forward hinge here. So you have the one hand for support. If your core muscles are not supportive enough to give you a full forward hinge, you can certainly press into your chair back instead. So stay upright and engage those core muscles by pressing into your chair back. Or forward fold or forward hinge. Great, a few more here. Last one here, we'll change sides, do the same. So you have the option of staying upright, pressing into your chair back, or hinging forward for this. Good, last one here. All right, from here, you'll push and pull from an upright position, both hands moving, with the option of a hinge here as well. Right, so we'll do 2 more. And 1. And then we'll start to set that motion to at the side instead. So right side, press and pull. So imagining that you're grabbing something that's far away from you to the side and then pulling it back in towards your same side shoulder. Maybe you add in a little side flex. So you have one hand available to either stabilize on the base of your chair, the arm of your chair, or your lap. Last one here. Good, we'll switch to the other side, do the same thing. You might stay upright for this, or you might start a little side flex. We'll do 3 more. 2 and 1. Excellent. All right, let's do the same focus. So one arm at a time, reaching towards the ceiling. Right, maybe you're getting a little bit extra reach with, again, that side flex, a little different purpose with the side flex from this position. So just adding a little bit of height to that shoulder reach. Last 2 and 1, and then we'll do the same on the other side. Good. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1. I guess with the last exercise, I didn't do the dual move, but that's all right. So with this one, we are going to press to the ceiling, reach and pull down. Good. So we'll stay nice and upright for this one. No side flex as we move through this. Good. Last one here. Take a little reset. We're going to do that dual move with a pull down to the side instead. Okay, we'll do 3 more. 2 and 1. Excellent. I have one more thing for our warm up, and we are ready to get going with a little bit of heart rate raising activity. So we'll do just a little bit of rotational work next. Both hands are going to come to one side of your outer side of your thigh to give a little bit of gentle help and pressure. So guidance as you rotate to the side. Hips themselves stay facing forward. If this feels like a comfortable move and you want to add to it, maybe you'll take one hand and reach to the back. So we're getting just a little bit more stretch through the chest and warm up through the shoulder this way. Good. We'll do 3, 2, and 1. Back to center, resetting for the other side. So both hands on your outer thigh. As we start to rotate towards this side, just really listening to your body, deciding how far this rotation should go, just for a little gentle warm up here. If you would like to add that arm, reaching back behind. Good, 3 more. 2, and 1. All right, we are ready to go. I have my timer that I'm just going to pull up here, 45 seconds at a time, as we have been doing for a few of the different exercise sequences we do. I think I fixed my timer, so it's going to continue and loop instead of me having to restart it every time. So I believe that we are good to go. So in keeping with the theme, we're going to do single arm moves and then dual arm moves. When it comes to cardio or some focus on raising our heart rate, we know that moving both arms at once gives us more workload than one at a time. But I'll let you decide today what that means for you. So if you need to, or if you would like to raise your workload, maybe you'll do the dual arm moves for everything that we're doing. And if you would like to lower the workload, perhaps you will do smaller moves when we do our dual arm or go to single arms. So that will all make sense in a moment. We are going to get going with our first 45 seconds, which is our forward press. So we're doing, make it a bit of a punch, forward punch. This is not boxing today, but this particular move is a bit boxing related. Good. So if you are ready to start raising that cardio, raising your heart rate, you might start to speed up this move. Great. Make sure my timer really is going to do what I think it's going to do today. Got 5 more seconds here. Great. So that was our first one. Now we're going to do both arms together. So this one will be more of a push-pull, press, pull, press, pull. If you would like to add a little bit of a hinge, so kind of a rowing move, go ahead. Good. So just pacing yourself accordingly. As I said, both arms together typically gives us more workload when we're moving them both in unison. Great. Our next one is a seated jack. So we're going to do alternating arms coming up here. Here comes my timer. Great. So we're going to do alternating arms, seated jack. One arm up, the other arm up. Working within your own comfortable range of motion here. So everybody's shoulders are a little different. If you need to keep it low, go ahead and do that. If you want to go way up overhead, go ahead, even maybe a side flex. Good, we got 10 more seconds left on this one. And then we'll be moving into both arms together. Good, there goes the timer, both arms together, seated jacks. Again, can be low. Change it up as you need to. Great, keep going. Got 15 seconds left on this one. Keep going. Definitely feel it here. Extra work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Set those shoulders back and down. Let's do a side press. So you're going to side press one at a time, so alternating. You can make this a punch instead. If you like the kind of more boxing moves, this can be a side punch. Great. After the dual one, which we will start right away, we will take a 45-second reset. So time for a water break, stretching it out, catching your breath. Good. So both together, shoulders set. This one probably is easier, the press and pull to the side. So out and in. All right, keep going. We'll have a 45-second rest after this. Great, we got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake it out. Maybe give yourself a low hug. Shake out your neck. Take a drink of water if you need one. We're going to keep going with these 45-second sequences for a little while longer. Good. We got 10 seconds left and we are going again. Our next one is simulating having a skipping rope in our hand. So if you want to get ready for that one, we're going to do one side and then the other. So like you're doing double Dutch. Good. One side and then the other. You can get going pretty fast on this one too. So go ahead and speed it up if you like. Right, so the movement is mostly coming from our elbows for this one, a bit of rotational move through the elbow. We have 10 more seconds left here. We'll make it a bigger move for the next one. And of course, add in both arms moving directionally the same way. Good, so this one is a full skipping rope. You can make it close to your body, or you can make it larger rotation, so moving more from your shoulder joint than it is from your elbow joint. So deciding whatever feels best for you, and of course you can change it up as you go. Great, keep going. We got about 10 seconds left. Good. Reset those shoulders. We are going to press towards the ceiling now. So single arm press. This can be a punch or this can be more of a pressing motion, whichever you prefer. Good, keep going. We have 10 more seconds. All right, reset those shoulders, both arms together, push and pull. And you can make it a bigger move, pulling down to your waist. So almost a little bit like our cross-country ski pulling move that we've done in class before, but just a little more upright, a little more of a reach for the ceiling. Great, we're almost done this one. Okay, we are almost finished our heart rate raising activity for today and moving into some resistance work. We're doing the back crawl, alternating arms. You can make it as wide as you need to clear the arms of your chair. Good, keep going here, 10 more seconds. All right, and then both arms together. So set your shoulders, both arms reaching back. So rear shoulder circles. Good, I only have one more set for you. So I guess 2 exercises, technically 2 sets of 45 before we're done. So we got 10 more seconds on this one. Coming near the end. Good, so our last one is going to be running arms. So this is an alternate arm move, of course. One arm's pushing back while the other's pulling forward. Make it small and powerful here. So this is our second last one. Good, so lots of power coming through those shoulders. Chest muscles helping us a little bit as well. Make this a really powerful move. 5 more seconds. Good, and then our equivalent with both arms together, we're gonna make it a little bit more like the cross-country ski push and pull. So like plant your pulls and press. Both arms moving together, starting forward, pressing back behind. Great. Keep going. We are almost done. We have 10 more seconds to go. All right, good work. We are finished our cardio portion of class for today. Shake it out. Maybe you drop your ear to one shoulder and then to the other, releasing some of the tension that's built in your neck, or look down towards a hip. Shake out your shoulders. Grab a drink of water if you need to, and grab your weights. So we are going to be doing just similar to the cardio in that we'll do one side muscle group, and then we'll change to the other side, and then we'll do both together. So you can technically just have one weight in hand for the first little bit, and then grab the second weight as you need. And part of my thinking in doing it this way today is it's nice for us to have the time to focus on single side movements. So for some of us, single side movements will challenge our core stability a little bit more because, of course, the weight is just in one hand. So if you do have just one weight in hand, you can always stabilize on the base of your chair or the arm of your chair with your free hand. And then, yeah, it also gives us a little bit of time to just focus on the muscle group at work that's side specific because, you know, if you have an injury on one side or perhaps more weakness on one side than the other, we have that little bit more time to focus on technique as it comes to the side that we're currently working. So we're going to start by working chest muscles today with a forward press. So what we're going to do is shoulders are back and down. Weight is in your right hand. Doesn't really matter which hand. We're going to alternate or change to the other side soon and get everything evened out, of course. But for now, shoulder is set, elbow is slightly out to the side and is at a gentle bend. So this one, we're imagining that we have a target that's at low rib cage level that we're squeezing our weight to press into. That's probably about 1.5 feet in front of us, maybe just over 1 foot. So press, squeeze and press. Good. Shoulders are staying square, so we're not rotating through this move at all. And we'll do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's set up to do the same on the other side. So shoulder is back and down, elbows out to the side with a slight bend, pressing towards that center target, releasing to the side, squeeze to press. So in this case, the chest muscles need a little reminder that they're the ones that are supposed to be doing most of the work right now. So you have to kind of cue them, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. We'll do 3, 2, and 1. Good. So that was each side of the muscle group working on its own to complete that exercise. And now we'll use them both together. Shoulders are set, both weights are in hand, elbows are out to the side. We're going to make just a little change up just because we have both weights in hand. As we squeeze to center, the weights are going to meet at the bottom end. So give a little click at the bottom and return. So we're going to do this 8 times. Let's do it fairly slow as well. So squeeze and release. Good. Squeeze and release. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, reset that one. Our next move is an overhead move, and just make sure that you're in a safe place to do overhead moves with weights today. So if you have, if you don't have anti-tip on your chair, you may want to move against a wall or other solid surface, so solid obstacle, so that you are not at risk of tipping. So shoulders are set. We are going to reach up as our start position. So shoulder set, reaching up to start, and then squeezing your elbow down to your side to complete the move. So reaching up to reset, squeeze and pull down. So we're looking for using our side back muscles, our lat muscles to complete this move. And certainly some shoulder muscles helping out to get that weight up above our head to start. Listening to your shoulder here as well. You don't need full extension through that arm in order to complete this exercise, whatever is comfortable for you. We're doing 2 more on this side. And 1. Great. Reset. See how that feels. Let's compare it in a moment to the other side. Shoulder is set. Arm is out to the side, starting up above your head, or to the side of your head, depending on the extension that you're adding into this move, pulling your elbow down to your side. Great, keep going. We're gonna do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay, shoulders are set and in position. We are ready to put both hands overhead and do this as a dual arm exercise. If you are not already back on your chair with back support, I would suggest that's probably best for this exercise. Being very conscious of using your core muscles to help support and only lifting as far as you're comfortable without changing in that lower back curvature. So we want to make sure the core muscles are supporting us so our low back doesn't try to help in this move. So we're reaching up overhead to start, squeezing and pulling both elbows down for 8, 7, 6, sorry, keep going, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Excellent. Good. All right, so that was chest muscles we've done. We've worked on our lat muscles. We're going to work our mid-back next. So our rhomboids, the muscles that sit between our shoulder blade and backbone. And we'll do this as both a single arm and then a dual arm move as well. I didn't let you know before, but certainly if you like to hinge and you would like some extra support, you're welcome to find a small pillow or something else to use for a little bit of support as you hinge. Hinging is always optional, so I'm absolutely fine if you stay upright for this exercise, whatever is most comfortable for you. Good. I'm going to demo this from an upright position on this first side. So we are going shoulders set, weight is reaching forward, and then we are squeezing our shoulder blade to backbone to pull the weight to really touch at our hip bone or come towards touching at hip bone level. Good. Make this not just an arm move, make this a shoulder blade move. So shoulder blade squeezes to center, releases that arm back out front, squeeze and release. Good, we'll do 3 more. 2 and 1. All right, and then we'll do the same on the other side. I'll demo this one from a hinged position. The move is exactly the same. We're making sure that we're extended through our spine. Of course, the weight is starting down at kind of mid shin level instead, just to get a similar amount of movement, and then pulling towards your hip. So whichever you choose, either a hinged position or an upright position, the targeted muscle group is the same. Shoulder blade to backbone, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come back up to upright position, reset those shoulders, and decide again for the dual arm move if you would like to be slightly hinged. Obviously, a little bit more workload and more core work involved in hinging when both arms are busy with weights at the same time, because we don't have that forward support with one hand on our lap. So do be aware of that and decide if you are going from an upright dual arm row or a hinged row. We will do 8 times. I'm going to stay upright for this one. We'll go 8, 7, both shoulder blades squeezing to center, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, we have just a few more in this sequence before we are done with our weights for today. Our next one is a forward press. So or a forward arm raise, working our front shoulder muscles. We're going to do this as a single arm move as well to start. So up nice and tall. We know that as we move with a longer lever, like a fully extended arm with a weight on the end of it to the front, that we challenge our core a little bit more, certainly with one arm, and even more so with both arms extending forward at the same time. So do just be aware of the workload that our core is doing in this exercise as well. Great. We're going to do 3 more. 2 and 1. Good. Bring that one in. We'll do the same on the other side. So fully extended arm, shoulder is set in position, and palm is facing in towards center. Make sure on the reset, so on the way down, that arm is still in control. So muscles are in control of your weight, and it's coming down nice and slow with control. Okay, we got 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Great. Let's reset those shoulders and reevaluate. We are going to do both arms forward at the same time. Depending on your level of core control, you might decide that you would rather not have weights in hand for this. So do feel free to adjust accordingly. I'm going to change this one up just slightly in that I'm going to rotate so my palms are facing forward, so that when I press and reach, that my, I meant that the other way around. My palms are facing back so that when I reach forward, my palms are facing down towards the ground. All right, so from here, we're doing 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay, we have time for one more resistance exercise, and I would like to use your rear shoulder muscles. We just used your front shoulder muscles with those forward lifts. We used your mid shoulder muscle group as we did our lat pull down on the up reach. So we'll give these back ones some attention now, rear shoulder muscles. This is another one where you could have a pillow or something to support on your lap if you would like to forward hinge. And it certainly can be done from an upright position as well. So shoulder is set, arm is extended, starting at about your knee, and then pressing back behind. This is one where we need to really pay attention to what a good end range feels like. So if you maybe have had a shoulder injury in the past and this is a tighter move for you, just really be aware of what your shoulder is giving you for feedback on this exercise and adjust accordingly. So this can be a hinged exercise as well, with or without some front support. Good, we'll do 2 more here. And 1. All right, and then we'll do the same on the other side. So staying upright, starting at your knee, pressing back past your hip. Palm is facing in for this exercise. Option of a forward hinge with support. Okay, just a few more here. We'll do 3 more. 3, 2, and last 1. Great. Come back upright if you were hinged. Reset those shoulders once more, and we will do a back press of both arms together, shoulders set. Option here of staying upright or forward hinging, knowing that as you are hinged, you do not have any front support if both of your hands are busy pressing to the back. So Decide which is best for you, starting with both hands at your knees, pressing back behind. So staying upright or hinged. Good. We've got 6, 5. Move is coming through the shoulder joints here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. All right. Now, I said that was our last resistance exercise, but I'm going to sneak one more in. Sorry about that. We're going to set one weight down and we're going to keep one weight in hand. I would like to do a little bit more specific core exercise with you before we are finished for today. The weight is actually optional for this one. So if you would prefer to use no weight and just have your hands kind of like interlaced together, that's fine as well. So what I'd like to do is use our oblique muscles, our side core muscles, as the main stabilizers in this exercise. So this is a lot like the paint shakers that we do sometimes, and we've done this exercise before too. So I'd like you to have shoulders back and down, soft elbows here, as you move the weight or move your hands in a semicircle around your hips. It can be just slightly more than hip level, maybe belt level. Good. So this in itself is already telling our oblique muscles that they need to keep us facing forward so that we don't rotate through this move, follow our arms side to side. If you're comfortable starting to speed it up now, we get to challenge those guys even more. So shoulders facing forward, don't let them rotate side to side. So your spine is not rotating right now. Our core needs to be engaged to keep this going. Great. And then we're going to move it up a little bit. So we're going to slow it down, move it up to chest level. Right. Move it up a little bit higher to eye level. We get more shoulder work, which we've already done. So we're not going to be here long. We're moving it back down to chest level. And we're moving it back down to lap level. And if you were comfortable with that, we're speeding it up one more time. Good. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Okay, I promise we are done with the weights now. You can set them away. Grab a drink of water if you like, and we are getting ready to stretch. Good. For at least this first one, we'll do a little comparative here as well, single arm versus dual arm stretch. So what I would like you to do is set your shoulders back and down and stick your right hand on either your hip or the back of your hand into your imaginary back pocket. So a bit of this will probably be determined by your chair and whether maybe the arm of the chair or the back of the chair is in the way if you have your hand back behind you. Good. From here, we will check in with posture, so nice and tall in our seat. And then press that elbow back behind. If you're able to slide forward on your chair to give yourself a little bit more room for this stretch, feel free. So elbow is pressing back. Maybe your hand is pushing into your hip just a little bit to add a little bit more intensity to this stretch. We're getting a stretch through chest and front shoulder here. And then while we're here, we'll do a little bit of a neck stretch as well. So let's drop our gaze to look down towards our opposite hip. So if your right hand is on your hip, if your right hand is on your hip, your eyes are looking down towards your left hip. Okay. Bring your gaze back to center, unwind that arm. Let's do the same on the other side. So again, just doing a side-by-side comparison with each on their own. So elbow pulls back. You either have your hand in your back pocket, in your imaginary back pocket, or on your hip, whichever is more comfortable for you. Thinking about sitting up nice and tall to get that stretch expansion through your chest. And then you might look down towards your opposite hip here as well. Good, head comes back to center, hand comes to your lap so that both hands are on your lap. Before we do that stretch with both hands together, let's do a forward hinge with both hands on your lap. So hands are here for support as you forward hinge. If a forward hinge is not your best choice today, that is not available to you, you will be back on your chair, looking slightly up to the ceiling and extending and giving yourself some extra space through your thoracic spine. So extra space through your chest. So either of those two moves, whichever is best for you today. Good, come back up tall. If you were not forward hinging, you were pressing into your chair back and looking up for that next one. For the last one, you're going to do that same move with an option of your arms reaching back diagonally behind. And if you were hinged for that last stretch, you might take your hands into your imaginary back pockets again, pull your elbows back behind, and then slightly hinge forward again. So lots of options here. Certainly if you liked the hinge with front support, so with your hands on your lap, you could keep them there too. Good, taking some nice even breaths in and out while you're here. All right, unwind yourself from that stretch. We're going to stretch through rear shoulder and the muscles that sit between your shoulder blades, your rhomboids next. That'll be one of our last stretches for today. So taking one hand and giving yourself a pat on the opposite shoulder, pulling that elbow a little farther across, and just checking in to make sure that shoulder hasn't come up too much. So want shoulder down, do a little reset if that shoulder has kind of crept up by your ear. So we're looking for this to release through rear shoulder and in through the muscles around your shoulder blade. And then as a little extra, if you'd like to drop your ear towards the hand that is currently resting on your shoulder, go ahead. So a little bit of a neck stretch at the same time. And ease your way back to center, unwind, and give me 3 slow shoulder circles on this side. We'll do the same on the other side. So shoulder is set low, hand comes across to tap your opposite shoulder, pulling that elbow a little bit farther across if you can, just to open up that shoulder joint for a bit more stretch to the rear. And then the option of dropping your ear to your same side shoulder as the one where your hand is currently hanging out. Great, ease your way back to center, unwind that arm, give me 3 slow shoulder circles on this side. Good. And we'll finish class today with just a moment focused on breathing. So you can find a comfortable seat here. Eyes can be closed if you wish. We'll just take our focus back to nice even breaths in and out. And let's take our focus to the breath's expansion through our chest. So if we're sitting in a comfortable seat, but being focused on posture, so crown of our head a little closer to the ceiling, core muscles helping to support us here still as well. And then sending all the available breath into that chest expansion. So breath in, full expansion, breath out, squeeze it all out, breath in and out. We'll do 2 more like that. And 1. And if you had your eyes closed, you can open them now. We will end class as we usually do with 3 big breaths in, starting down low and reaching to the ceiling. And as usual, I'll be here for a few moments after class if you have any questions or would just like to chat. Good, we have 1 more. Great, thanks for joining me today. Have a great rest of your day and hope to see you again next week. Thanks, Gordon. Got your message.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Barbara. Good. Hope to see you guys next week.
See you guys next week.
Great.
Bye.
Bye.